The transfer front, big developments this evening on Luis Diaz's future as Liverpool agree a deal to sell the forward to Bayern Munich. We'll tell you the fee and all the key details. And what could that mean for Alexander Isak? The very latest on his future, including Eddie Howe's thoughts.
What a window Liverpool are having at the moment, not just with purchasing players, but generating revenue. And this could be some blockbuster income as well for Arne Slot, which will certainly balance the books, although they have so much room with regards to PSR. But it could be a significant player leaving Anfield. We know that Bayern Munich and Liverpool have agreed a deal for Luis Diaz. It's going to be a €75 million total package, so around £66 million is going to be going into the accounts at Liverpool. That's off the back of days of negotiations. We know that initial offer from Bayern Munich was rejected by Liverpool, which we believe to be around £58.5 million. The message at first was Luis Diaz is not for sale, thank you very much. However, since they've signed Hugo Ekitike, their stance has obviously relaxed. They felt a lot more comfortable with the business they've done, and they thought, hey, 28 years old for someone who has 2 years left on his current deal, this feels like the right time. Liverpool will look at this and say, we've got full market value for a player that's going into the latter stages of his career. Obviously, that will get extended because of the Bundesliga. You know, a 28-year-old in the Premier League is like a 26-year-old. You know, he goes over there and he'll have a lot more longevity in the game because of the style of football. But also, I think Liverpool were backed into a little bit of a corner because Luis Diaz had said, I want to explore this opportunity. I feel like I've won everything I possibly can at Liverpool. I love my time there. And now this feels like the right chance. Huge club in Bayern Munich, Bundesliga champions. They always get to the latter stages of the Champions League. And this is a fresh opportunity for me and a fresh chance. So, yeah, we'll be travelling to Germany to undertake that medical and put the finishing touches to that deal. But, yeah, huge departure for Liverpool.
It's Liverpool with regard to Isak's future, but the noise just will not go away. And I guess it is going to intensify now, simply because they are about to sell Luis Diaz. And even though they have got a lot of forward options, Alexander Isak is the name that remains on that list. Liverpool do remain interested. It is a deal that they could yet possibly do. All of the noises coming out of Newcastle is more, we hope Alexander Isak stays. We hope he is part of this future. They do hold all the cards, remember, 3 years left on his contract. However, his head has clearly been turned.
Look at their current squad. They've got two strikers, Darwin Núñez and Hugo Ekitike. Now, there's a lot of noise and speculation about Darwin Núñez potentially leaving Anfield this summer. So Liverpool are not going to want to go into the season with just one striker in Hugo Ekitike. They're going to want at least two strikers. Hugo Ekitike offers versatility. He can play as a number 9 on his own, or key, he could play with someone else, play with a strike partner. And that's where maybe Alexander Isak would come into play. Liverpool are remaining tight-lipped and very quiet on the scenario. They're comfortable with the squad they have. They're happy with the business they've done. But clearly, they're in the market to sign the very best players in world football, of which Alexander Isak is one.
Alexander Isak appears to have taken a major step toward a high-profile switch to Liverpool, with multiple sources now reporting that the Swedish striker has reached a behind-the-scenes agreement on personal terms with the Merseyside club. While no official statement has been made, insiders suggest that Isak has made it clear to Newcastle United's board that he sees his future at Anfield and is ready to make the move should the clubs agree on a fee. The 24-year-old, who has just come off a stellar Premier League season, has reportedly rejected overtures from Saudi clubs and other European sides in order to prioritize a move to Liverpool, a club he is said to admire for its style of play, Champions League ambitions, and long-term vision under new manager Arne Slot. Isak's absence from Newcastle's pre-season tour of Asia, officially attributed to a thigh injury, has only intensified speculation. Manager Eddie Howe has confirmed there have been private discussions regarding the player's future, and reports from TalkSport and other outlets claim Isak has quietly informed the club of his desire to leave, without submitting an official transfer request. Newcastle, however, remain firm in their public stance, stating that Isak is not for sale and that they do not intend to lose their star forward, who is under contract until 2028. Despite that, financial pressure tied to the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, PSR, may force the Magpies to consider a sale if Liverpool return with a blockbuster bid in excess of £120 million. The figure being discussed could even rise as high as £150 million when factoring in performance-based add-ons. Behind the scenes, Liverpool have made their intentions clear. Following the imminent departure of Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, the Reds are now financially and structurally ready to act decisively. Isak has emerged as their top striker target for the summer window, with manager Arne Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes reportedly unified in their belief that the Swede is the ideal long-term replacement for Roberto Firmino and a centerpiece for the next era at Anfield. According to reports from Empire of the Koppen, this is Anfield, Liverpool have already presented Isak with a long-term contract offer and have reached a verbal agreement on personal terms, including wages in the region of £250,000 to £300,000 per week. The player's willingness to join Liverpool and his apparent lack of interest in alternative destinations is giving the Reds a critical edge in negotiations. Newcastle's need to sell at least one big name to stay in line with FFP regulations could also open the door wider. For now, fans on both sides await official developments, but all signs point to Alexander Isak edging closer to a headline-making switch to Anfield. Federico Chiesa's brief stint at Liverpool appears to be coming to an end, with multiple sources now indicating that the Italian winger is set to leave Anfield this summer following a disappointing and injury-disrupted campaign. The 27-year-old arrived with high expectations from Juventus in August 2024, but never managed to fully integrate into Arne Slot's plans. Chiesa featured in just 4 Premier League matches during the 2024-25 season, amassing a total of 104 minutes on the pitch. His limited game time and recurring fitness issues left him on the fringes of Liverpool's attacking setup, overshadowed by players like Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Diogo Jota. Chiesa's omission from Liverpool's ongoing pre-season tour of Asia has only fueled speculation that his time at the club is effectively over. While club officials have not commented publicly, sources close to the player suggest that conversations are already underway regarding an exit. In a recent interview, Chiesa admitted he wouldn't mind staying at Anfield, but quickly added that he would need to discuss his future with his agent, the club, and his family, a diplomatic way of signaling his openness, if not preference, for a move. Those talks have reportedly advanced in recent weeks, and Liverpool are now actively exploring options to move him on, either via a permanent transfer or a season-long loan. Pressure from Italy's national team has also played a key role in Chiesa's situation. With the 2026 World Cup qualifiers approaching, Italy head coach Gennaro Gattuso made it clear that Chiesa needs to play more to secure a place in the national setup. The message was unambiguous: consistent first-team football is non-negotiable. That pressure has accelerated Chiesa's willingness to leave Liverpool in search of regular minutes, particularly in his home country. According to reports from Football Italia and Gazzetta dello Sport, several Serie A clubs have expressed strong interest in bringing the winger back to Italy, with Napoli and AC Milan both monitoring the situation closely. AS Roma has also emerged as a surprise contender, with director Tiago Pinto reportedly initiating exploratory talks with Chiesa's representatives. While no formal offers have been tabled, the expectation is that clubs will make their move once Liverpool officially greenlights the transfer. Liverpool, for their part, are believed to be open to various solutions, including a loan with an option to buy, especially if it helps reduce their wage bill and clears space in the squad for incoming signings. Given Chiesa's high salary and injury record, a permanent deal may prove difficult unless Liverpool agree to a reduced fee, or subsidize part of his wages. Liverpool are actively pursuing a move for Crystal Palace defender Mark Guéhi as part of their broader plan to reinforce the backline ahead of the 2025-26 season. The 24-year-old centre-back has emerged as a leading target for manager Arne Slot, who was keen to bring in a reliable, Premier League-proven defender to complement the aging Virgil van Dijk and to cover for the potential departure of Jarell Quansah, who is reportedly close to joining Bayer Leverkusen. Guéhi's consistent performances for both club and country, especially during Euro 2024, have put him on the radar of several top clubs, but Liverpool are now believed to be in the strongest position to secure his signature. With just 1 year remaining on his contract at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace are expected to consider offers this summer rather than risk losing their captain for free in 2026. Reports suggest the South London club are seeking a fee in the region of £50 million, though Liverpool are hopeful they can negotiate a lower price closer to £40 million, particularly given Palace's interest in Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande as a potential replacement. The financial flexibility created by recent outgoings and the expected departure of Luis Diaz has allowed Liverpool to pursue high-profile targets without delay. Guehi is said to be open to the move but is reportedly asking for assurances about his role in the squad. With Ibrahima Konaté's fitness record inconsistent and Van Dijk turning 34 this season, Slot is believed to see Guehi as a long-term defensive pillar. However, Guehi wants clarity that he won't simply be rotated or benched, especially given the crucial stage of his career and his growing role within the England national team setup. He is determined to maintain regular first-team football ahead of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Personal terms are not expected to be an issue, and discussions with the players' representatives have reportedly progressed in recent days. While other Premier League clubs such as Arsenal, Newcastle, and Tottenham have also expressed interest in Guehi, Liverpool's Champions League status and clearer pathway to a starting role may give them the edge in negotiations. Palace, meanwhile, are bracing for serious offers and appear increasingly resigned to losing their defensive leader this summer.